Hey beautiful people, welcome back to this amazing channel. Okay, if you're new here, my name is Ugochunwad. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. Okay, our last video we actually talked about how to sell anything online, right? I think that's the video I uploaded last. I don't know, but even if I have not uploaded it, you are still going to see that video. So but today we're going to talk about how to launch product, how to launch a brand. So let's talk about launching a product. So to successfully launch a product and services, you have to do your homework. You cannot successfully launch product and services without knowing who your target audience is. Like I've said this thing uncountable times, so right, you have to know who you are selling this product for. You have to know who this your services is for. You cannot just start doing things based on assumption. You cannot start selling this watch without knowing who is going to buy from you, right? So the thing is that we have to go out of the building. We have to go out of the, maybe go on the street, depending on where your people are. You can just ask them, like about 12 or 15 people can randomly ask them questions. Ask them questions based on what you want to offer, to know if they are willing to part their money for you, you know, to know if they are willing to, you know, give you their money for the value that you're willing to give them. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, so it will be very good, to be very nice for you to do that, so that whatever you're going to do is going to be certain in your head. You cannot be guessing. I mean, it is money and work that you're putting into it, but you don't have to go and, you know, go about guessing and say, oh, if I bring it out, many people will buy. It will shock you. They will not buy. You know, people you think they are going to buy, they will not buy. So the best thing for you to do is to, you know who your targeted audience, who they are, people that you want to sell the product for. I cannot emphasize on this enough. So like I have said previously, you have to do the homework. So the first homework you have to do is for you to know who your targeted audience is. Like, you have to go out there. You have to ask your potential customers, you know, you have to ask them questions. You have to ask them questions based on what you are planning to provide, the value you are trying to provide. Like, even if you have to know what their pain point is, you know, some people will be like, oh, this product is nice, but it would have been better if it's like this. Ask them, what is that like this? Even if they are not giving you the main thing, you have to ask them another question, like that will really need them to, you know, open up the more, because that's the only way that your business is going to thrive. So you have to ask them more questions so that they can open up to you. Before I forget, don't forget to subscribe. Okay, subscribe, very important. The second one is that your products that you're bringing into the market need to solve the right problem. Okay, they have to solve this. I mean, if you want to start a business or anything, you can check for what is missing in the market and get it fill it in. Go and get that in yourself, so that thing will solve problem. For me, I like it when you're solving a problem. Both the rich, the poor, the poverty, the wretched, all of them need that product. If you know the one that product is going to way, so that it's going to be solving the right problem for people, so that they can be able to part with your money for you. Okay, so make sure that whatever product, even if it's not what everybody needs, let it be that you have specific kind of people in your head that this product is going to actually solve their problem. So make sure your product is bringing value. You know, what people cannot do without is more better. Okay, so let's just think smartly. So guys, the next one is to get some experience. Okay, you guys know business online is almost, in fact, it's the same thing that they do physically, right? I mean, on offline shops. You know, sometimes when people want to learn a particular trading, a particular business, they have to go and serve someone for a good number of years for them to, you know, be very good in that business. I mean, that same thing that happened online. That's why people create courses, have a class where they can actually teach people what kind of the kind of business that they are doing. So in case if you want to venture it, let me just say it in a different way. Let's take for example, you see someone who is selling what you would like to sell because you think you have audience there, right? Now you cannot just go in and buy that stuff and start selling without knowing how to go about it. Like you might actually get through it, but it is very risky. So the best thing for you to do is it's just like you're trying to sell hair. You have to know which one is real hair, you have to know which one is fiber, you have to know which one is synthetic, you have to know different coils, stuff, so many things to know. So it's better you go for a class. The person will teach you how to know which one is which, so that when your customer, or maybe you can, if maybe your targeted audience are even students who cannot actually afford all the expensive hair, you don't have to go and waste your time buying real hair and buying hair that 100k upward, because students will never buy. So this way you are learning. I mean, that's not I got one that can go right? Did I even rhyme? I don't know if that's in rhyme, but what I'm trying to say is that just try to learn from someone who already know more than you do, so that you will not make mistake while doing your business. Okay, just try as much as possible to learn. I mean, this learning doesn't even take up to 1 month, maybe in weeks. In weeks. So the same thing, people go offline and says 5 years, 7 years. You have already learned it in weeks. I mean, you can carry away with your own money for someone to teach you. You get me? So it's good to have experience. It's good to acquire that knowledge, so that when you're doing your business, you have this confidence that you know what you're doing. Not when after doing your customer will come and start harassing you and you start losing customer already and stuff. That's not what we are teaching here. Okay, so try and get experience. Okay, peace. So guys, the next one is for you to carefully position yourself among competition. I mean, when business is heating up like this, make sure you are among the people. Like what they talk about, people who say, hey, be among the first 3 people they call, be among the first 5. Like people already know. Like you have to even know what your customers are doing. No, sorry, not your customer, your competitors. You have to know what your competitors are doing and do your own even better than them. Okay, you can actually sneak into their DM with another account actually and ask them some series of questions that so that if you are selling the same hair, you know how to attend to your customer even more. Let me shock you. You have to also know who your customers are buying from when you are not there. So you have no reason not to be there, because if you are not there and your customer now happens to go to another person to buy that product, the person have taken your customer, and especially when they get a better service than what you give them. My sister, my brother, don't let that happen. Just don't let that happen. Don't run out. In fact, the key thing is for you not to run out of any product. Okay, that's it for knowing who your competitors are. So guys, the last but not the least is feedback. Okay, I think I mentioned this in the beginning of the video, but let's just address it more here. When you finally launch your products and services, right, you have to actually hear from your customers. For me, this is one thing I've never seen anybody, but I'm going to give you this secret. Okay, whenever you finish selling to anybody online, your customer, try and give them a questionnaire. Like give them a questionnaire so that they will. It's just a way for you to improve your services and whatever thing you're selling, how to serve them more. Okay, so the best thing is for you to give them a questionnaire. Try and hear from your customer, your targeted audience. Like, know what you would have done better to serve them well. So that, I mean, have you find yourself in a situation whereby even if you know this thing is so expensive, but at the same time you know that you're getting it original, like you don't even care about the money you're buying it, but you just want it to be the sound, the real one. Not when you buy something so expensive and at the end of the day they are giving you something that is so inferior. That's a no for me. Like, no. So the best thing is for you to give them a questionnaire. You hear from them, so you know how you're going to serve them better. Okay, so with these few points of mine, I know I didn't say all of them because these are the ones that I know. So now is the time to tell me the one you know in the comment section. Now is the time for you to tell me the one you know in the comment section. Please ignore the sound. I'm in Nigeria, so anything is bound to happen. In fact, the lights might even go off now. So please pardon us today. Maybe tomorrow we might come back better. Okay, this is the end of the video. If you have not subscribed, please try as much as possible to subscribe. It takes nothing away from you. I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.